Once upon a time, in a small Igbo village nestled among lush green hills, lived a young girl named Nneka. Nneka was known for her kindness and beauty, but she was different from other children. Whenever she heard beautiful music, her hair would glow with a radiant light. This unusual phenomenon made the villagers uneasy, and many believed that she was a curse sent to bring misfortune upon them. From a young age, Nneka loved music. She would spend hours listening to the songs of the birds, the rustling of the leaves, and the flowing of the river. Her mother often sang to her, and it was during these moments that her hair first began to glow. At first, her parents were amazed, but soon they became worried about how the villagers would react. Despite her kindness, Nneka was often shunned and whispered about. The villagers believed that her glowing hair was a bad omen. Children were warned to stay away from her, and adults would stop talking when she walked by. Nneka's parents tried to protect her, but they too were afraid of the villagers' growing hostility. Feeling lonely and isolated, Nneka spent most of her time in the forest, where she could sing and let her hair glow freely without fear of judgment. The forest was a safe haven, a place where she could be herself without worrying about what others thought. She made friends with the animals and found comfort in nature. One day, a terrible drought struck the village. The crops withered, and the river that sustained their lives began to dry up. The villagers were desperate and feared that their end was near. The once bustling village became a place of despair and hopelessness. The village elders decided to consult the ancient oracle for guidance, hoping for a solution to their dire situation. The oracle revealed that the only way to save the village was to find a hidden spring deep within the forest, a spring that would flow only when touched by someone pure of heart. The villagers were at a loss, not knowing who could fulfill this prophecy. The oracle's words echoed in their minds, but they couldn't think of anyone who fit the description. In her solitude, Nneka had heard the oracle's message through the whispers of the trees. Determined to help her people, she ventured deeper into the forest than she had ever gone before. As she walked, she sang softly to herself, and her hair began to glow, lighting her path through the dense underbrush. She felt a sense of purpose, knowing that she might be the one to save her village. Nneka's journey was long and difficult. She faced many obstacles along the way. She had to cross a wide river, climb steep hills, and navigate through thick bushes. At times, she felt tired and scared, but she kept going, driven by her love for her village and her desire to help. Along the way, she met different animals who guided her and gave her courage. After many days of traveling, Nneka stumbled upon a hidden glade. In the center was a stone covered in ancient Igbo carvings. She approached it, and as her glowing hair illuminated the stone, a hidden spring began to bubble up from the ground. Water flowed freely, clear and cool, and the air filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. Nneka knew she had found the spring the oracle had spoken of. Nneka quickly went back to the village, leading the elders and villagers to the spring. They were astonished and overjoyed, realizing that Nneka's unique gift had saved them all. The once skeptical villagers now saw her as a blessing, not a curse. They marveled at the glowing spring, grateful for the life-giving water it provided. From that day on, Nneka was celebrated as a hero. The village prospered, the crops flourished, and the river flowed abundantly. Nneka's glowing hair was no longer feared but revered, a symbol of hope and purity. The villagers who once shunned her now embraced her with open arms, recognizing the light she brought into their lives. The village held a grand celebration to honor Nneka. The villagers danced and sang, wearing colorful traditional clothing. They decorated the village with vibrant flowers and festive decorations. Nneka stood at the center of it all, her hair shining brightly, a beacon of hope and love. And so, Nneka lived happily, embraced by her community, knowing she had brought light and life to her people. Her story became a legend, passed down through generations, a reminder that sometimes, what makes us different can also make us special. Nneka's bravery and pure heart had saved her village, and she was forever remembered as the girl with the shining hair.